Well, we are back, and I'm here. That was quick with Rick. Is it Pierce?
Yes.
Welcome, Rick.
Thank you very much.
We're going to be talking about a historic event. It's been going on for 35 years, and it's called the Gold Rush Poker Run. And let's start out. First of all, the event happens this Sunday, March 9th. But let's talk a little bit about what the run is all about. What's the purpose or the cause for the run?
Well, the purpose is it's a poker run, and basically what we're doing is we have a route that we go on, and then we have 5 different stops, and then people will get a chip, and it'll be for a high hand or low hand, and at the end of the run, you know, whoever gets, so we're going to give rewards for first and second high run, first and second low run. But really, what we try to do is we're trying to benefit the Shoes That Fit Foundation,
right?
And that is an organization that provides shoes to kids from pre-kindergarten to 12th grade.
Okay.
And we like them to bring a pair of tennis shoes.
Okay.
And we want to really give back to the schools there, because they work with this organization here, and what that does, it helps these kids get self-esteem.
Right.
So we're replacing these kids that shoes are too small, they got holes in them, or they're too big, or they're just not proper for school.
Right.
And this is what this organization does.
Yeah, I think this is such a good organization. We were talking a little bit about how today, in today's society, and it's kind of unfortunate, but it's just the way it is, a pair of shoes really makes a difference for a kid. I mean, it speaks to who that person is.
Absolutely.
To a degree. So to have a new pair, I can see how that would really build a kid's self-esteem.
Yes, absolutely. And then there's situations where kids, you know, the parents can't afford to give them the proper shoes for whatever situation they mean.
Right.
Because I was reading a story where someone needed some shoes that had to have more support in them. And that's what they do. We also get a list from the nurses and the counselors for size shoes that they need at that school, plus if they need any special shoes too.
Right.
So they can, you know, request different things too.
Right. Or maybe if someone's in basketball and they know that that family can't afford basketball shoes, and they happen to have a pair donated in his size or her size, then they would end up getting those shoes.
Exactly.
I think that's fantastic. And let's just remind our viewers that the purpose is not just, you know, for boys' shoes, but it's boys and girls. And you were saying that for the poker run, oftentimes the spouse or the girlfriend, you know, comes along.
Absolutely. And there's a lot of women
so
that
bring
ride
2 pairs of shoes in that case.
Yes, absolutely. And that's what usually happens. Last year we brought in about 240 pairs of shoes.
Wow.
And so we had a great participant last year because it was sunny. This year here, if it rained or shined, we will still put on the run. And then for the people in the area here around the casino, if they would just like to bring a pair of shoes and donate them, we will accept that too. We accept that from like 10 a.m. until 3 on the day of the run on Sunday, and we will be in the hotel at the casino.
Yeah, let's talk about that a little bit. So the poker run starts in Stockton.
Yes.
And that's at your club there?
That's our clubhouse.
Where's that located?
It's right here on Laurel Street.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And we also have a website, Port Stockton Motorcycle Club, so people can go there to get the address.
So it starts at 9 o'clock. They're going to have donuts and coffee and, you know, just a little wake-up snack.
Right, exactly.
Okay. Bring your shoes, and then you head off. And you were saying that there's 2 separate runs that people can choose to go on.
Yes, we have an adventure route, and that's for people that kind of like to go off-road a little bit, you know. So we have that route, and then we have a touring route.
Okay.
And most of the people take the touring route, but we will have both routes. And that's probably unique.
And it's how many miles do you go
It's 110 miles.
Okay, so start at 9 o'clock, you go 110 miles, that's through the foothill area here. You end up at Jackson Rancheria, and Jackson Rancheria as a sponsor is going to be doing some giveaways.
Right, exactly. The run costs $15, and then when you get up to Jackson Casino, you get a $5 free slot play, you get a $5 match play, plus you get a $5 dining credit, yes, so that you can eat up there.
Very good.
So basically, the people pay $15 are basically getting their money back when they get to the casino.
Or more,
and then they may win money.
That's right. Or more. You just never know. They call it gambling for a reason.
Absolutely.
And it kind of ties in, you know, the poker run kind of ties in with
the casino, and that's the reason why we do it at the casino.
Yeah.
And what we do is we switch around casinos every few years. So we usually what we'll do is we'll do one casino for 2 years, and then we'll go to another casino.
Got it.
Yes,
yeah, I mean, we have a lot of
casinos
casinos in the area. We've got Sonora and Jackson and Sacramento.
Yeah, we participate with all those at different times.
Yeah. Now, this is a big event. you were saying that people come from all over California. They come from LA, they come from the Bay Area.
Yes, because this is also an AMA, American Motorcycle Association. It's a sanctioned run there, so different clubs that are associated with the American Motorcycle Association all come there, because at the end of the year, the more runs that you go to that's sanctioned by AMA, they get different awards for that.
An American Motorcycle Association doesn't necessarily mean you have to own a Harley to participate. I mean, I've seen you know, the Kawasaki's, Suzuki's.
Our club has all different types of motorcycles. And the one thing about our club too is, you know, we've been around for 77 years. So actually back in the early 1937 when we started, we were like one of the very first clubs that allowed women to wear a full patch in the back. And you know, we just had a bunch of write-ups on our club about that information, about we were one of the first ones to do that.
Very nice.
And then a lot of people don't know, you know, they think, well, why did motorcycle clubs start? And a lot of people think certain clubs started them, but actually what promoted motorcycle clubs was the manufacturers, because they told these people that owned the franchises, the dealerships, that they needed to go and sell motorcycles, so they should start motorcycle clubs to get people involved. And so I have like one of my great cousins, which she was one of the founders in this here, and she's 97 years old. So she was, back in the day, Indian really promoted selling motorcycles, and that's why they had her involved, and they patched these women in so that would promote motorcycle sales. So we do all motorcycles.
Now, did she ride a motorcycle herself?
Absolutely.
And so now at 97, once in a while, does she still get on one?
Well, no, she don't still get on, but I have to go and I break her out of the old people's home, and I take her to club, and she comes there and knits, and everybody can't wait till she gets there.
Good for her. Yes. That's my goal, is to live to 98 is my goal. I think that's great. All right, so the event is this Sunday. It's $15 per person. It starts at 9 o'clock down in Stockton. If someone wants information about this, I know you mentioned there's a website.
Yes.
I see also that there's a phone number they can call.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, so the club hotline is 209 942?
Yeah.
3422.
And then they can call me directly, and that's 209-406-3260. And if anybody wants to come here to participate and give shoes, they can just come to the casino on Sunday and give shoes if they don't want to participate in the run.
I think that's a good idea. And what do your friends call you?
Ricky Lee.
Ricky Lee. So ask for Ricky Lee if you have any questions. Thanks for being with us,
Thank you.
Ricky Lee. We do have to transition over to Monique, who is with John Vell, the Amador County Animal Control, and I can't wait to see what friend they brought with them today. So thanks for being with us.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Good job. You know, you can
Check out our new website upgrade. Now, news on